In a courtroom bright and bold, and he marks the stories he told. With a finger pointed high, he's the ace, the reason why. Through objections loud and clear, truth and justice always here. From the witness stand to the judge's chair, and he's ready beyond compare. And he marks in Phoenix Wright, fight for truth with all his might. Meet a spirit and mind up by his side. Together they'll turn the tide. He's defending the accused, while baby Gumshoe is confused. Solve the case, bring the truth to light with Andy Marks and Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright.
My energy is going to be a little lower today than usual. So again, I apologize. I'm just super tired. I don't know. I think today I just need to rest a little bit more than usual. So let's get into this. Couple things before we get started, as we've already gotten started. Tomorrow we'll be starting Portal 2. No stream this week on Saturday. On Monday, we will be continuing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Probably beating, excuse me. I'm going to see if we can beat the game Monday. Because I don't think I have much left after the second part of Dathomir. I think it's just Dathomir. And then I think the final section. So I might try and beat the game on Monday. If we get super close to beating the game on Monday, what I might do, but like don't beat it depending on like the time, what I might do is I might start it, get as far as we can, and then, like I said, depending on how long it takes us to do Dathomir, because we finished the first part of Dathomir relatively quickly last time. And I think we did most of the Dathomir planet already, so I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff to really do that's like left. So, excuse me. So I think we should probably be able to beat Jedi Fallen Order on Monday. Tuesday we'll continue Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll actually start San Francisco on Tuesday. I don't think we could finish it on Tuesday. I'll probably, yeah, we'll do that. Well, I think I'll finish San Francisco on Tuesday. And that way we'll spend the next few streams starting to like get our stuff together that we need for the Ultima Keyblade. We still have quite a little bit to do, but it shouldn't take nearly as long as like Lingering Will or like because it's all like mini games and shit like that. I got 2 of the Orichalcum Pluses already, which is good. That'll be Tuesday. And then, obviously, next Thursday, we will be starting Phoenix Wright Justice for All, which I'm very excited about. But let's get started. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in a quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon is a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Hola, partner. Ah. They say you show a red cloth to a bowl, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come and take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. It's hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. You know, got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You should be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I could hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Just make sure. I feel like you guys... Actually, I think you guys are close enough. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Why does he have that face? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. The forward brow, these grinding teeth, that forward brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. Nor happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe we continued on with this trial. During our research, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy air seems to be filling the courtroom. What is this song? Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? My sentiment exactly. What up, Blue Eyes? Ah, it's you! What is happening? Oh, hey! Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The rows were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Hello! No, I've been so busy. Busy schmizzy. Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy. Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Both characters are on the same. I think the same person is voice acting them. Some... Haha! So you're righto. The attorney, I've heard some good things about you, son. Oh, thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? This is the chief of police? That's hilarious. Chief of police. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Woof. Chief. What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth! How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says, Person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Ugh. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss of words. Serious music is serious. Oh yeah. How'd he get that past security? Right? So much blood, I mean mess. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new piece of evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade on this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch in. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yes, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. I mean, might as well just analyze it while we can, right? It's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL9, SL-92. does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is it? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters like that looked a lot like this somehow. There was something. Let's open this and then we'll... What? Don't scare me like that. Oh, it's broken. Well, I can't put these... Oh, come on, Darkwing. Say fucking hello first. I'm not doing a voice until you say hello. Oh, come on. I refuse to do it until you say hello. And I want you to say hello before you pick your stupid voice, too. I'm fine until you showed up with your chaotic nonsense. I'm a little low energy today. I'm a little tired. Pick your voice. What? Don't scare me like that. Mahalo. Alright, Rock. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip, it's broken off. You know, make a good attorney. Ed from Good Burger. Okay. We haven't gotten that one in a while. Cali dude it is. Alright, starting now. Look at the knife blade. This tip, it's broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. Like, yeah. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case here. To this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Nudgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Shh! I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Whoa. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I like to exercise my rights to cross-examine the dude. Very well, however, dude, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. This knife is special because I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and the dude. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. A dude was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. A Good Burger Gumshoe edition. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, that dude. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk about it much, dude. Alright, let's press it. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, dude. Can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in the dude's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite the mystery, dude. And I like a mystery. It's wrapped in something. A muffler. Let's press. This knife was found on the scene of the crime, dude. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there are a lot of things that go in the department I can't explain. What? I'm Great Nose Boy. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, dude. Maybe there's something about that knife that'll give us a clue. Alright, let's see. Timer's up. Gumshoe Good Burger would be a lot. This looks like a rooster. What's up, Steve? How you doing? The judge people on the stand should get cross-examined by a dude. Andy Dejaney's 202. Andy has thought about joining the military on several occasions. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, righto. Evidence that links the knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? Let me look at something here. 675-12-2. Why is this knife so dirty? That was pretty fun. I don't mind the Good Burger voice as much. There's some voices that are just harder to do than others. I read this last time. Tell you, man, the witness is giving me Foghorn Leghorn vibes. No, I'm not talking about the fucking metal part of it, you fool. I'm talking about the fucking, like, the handle. The handle looks like it has like... The handle looks like somebody picked it up with like fucking chicken grease or something. And we press that, Let's just keep pressing. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy with what Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Alright, so, Steve, because he gives you strong Foghorn Leghorn vibes, I'm gonna try and do a Foghorn Leghorn voice for him. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, I said there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We already know when the victim died. Alright guys, what do you guys think? The victim died at 5... Oh, actually, that's actually a solid Foghorn Leghorn. Thank you. When the victim was found, how the victim was killed, or when the victim died? What do you guys think? Because the other incident took place at 5:15, but we don't know when he died. I think where the victim was found might be a good one. I'm not sure how to solve crimes. I'm here for the voices. No idea. I came in the middle of this. So this is the police commissioner. Oh, excuse me, the chief of police. There was another murder that happened at the police department at the same time of the murder in the prosecutor's office. And the knife that was used in the murder in the police department was found at the scene of the crime for the murder at the prosecutor's office. And this was wrapped... Okay, so this knife was wrapped in... So this was... So the scarf from the last case... The scarf from the last case, that was in the tailpipe of the car. That's... The knife is what was inside of it. So the scarf was wrapped around this knife. It wasn't the knife? Apparently not. Well, let me see. You could ask. Technically speaking, we could get an answer to all three of these questions. Well, how was the detective killed? How was the detective killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases and the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Let me press this again. Seems wasted though. Well, I can always reload my save. Let's see if he'll tell me more info. Oh, he's gonna tell me more. Sick. Okay. Gotta love NPCs. Okay, where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. Excuse me. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? Can't say I've heard of it. Guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about the evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Okay, so something stranger than that. Gotta love NPCs, he's just forgetting that. When the victim died. So when did the murder of the police department actually occur? Now that's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh yeah, he already said that. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Inspector in the lab with the cleaver. Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I would say there is a 0.01 chance of that actually happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Coordinated attacks. Or maybe they were both framing? I don't know. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife, what was it doing in there? I better check this knife out. They're across the hall, JK. I don't like how Gant fondles his hair. It makes me uncomfortable. Right? Because when he does it, he's always like looking at like the screen too. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Okay, no, I already got that. Yeah, that look right there. I have to see, let me see. What if this was it? Let's save again real quick, just in case. I don't think it has anything to do with the parking lot.
Objection!
Wait a second. Ah, at last. An honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7 minus 7s 12 2 12 divided by 2, Your Honor. It's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Ah! Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9? That's the same thing that's written on the knife tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out the bag. You win, Righto! I win? What game is this guy playing? Let's press that. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you said? What is it? In fact, a murder weapon? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice! 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 Good job, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. Excuse me. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Harsh to think there isn't a connection there. Is there anything else I can look at that I haven't looked at already? This has to be something I can press. This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the apartment's evidence room. But how would it be? When was it stolen? Yeah, I figured. Alas. How long did Lana have it? What time did he say? On the day of the murder. There was evidence from a case long since solved. Okay, yeah, we already went over that stuff. I think I have to use this here now. No. We already did that though. Five, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. We're in any shape to do any investigations. Oh, we just did that. I think I did press him on the connection before. Knife was in the evidence room. Someone from the department's knife was evidence in a case stolen from the department's evidence room. Could it be that that other knife is actually... I had it there. Because on the autopsy it says that he died between 4 and 5:15. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. Those are hard to come by, you know. See, this series is as popular as ever with the kids. Let me look at every piece of evidence we have. I'm drawing a real blank on this one. This right here is really throwing me off. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30. Loss of blood from chest wounds. But it said he died within an hour and a half. Why is that such a big time frame? So you're saying present the knife? Or maybe present... No. When the last statement he said they're not connected, but now we know they are. He didn't change the statement around either. Usually when like you present evidence to something, usually they change it around. That's what we initially presented, but nothing changed. That's what's throwing me off. Maybe the note for this. No. Actually really starting to get annoyed. Just look at everything I have. Cancel on karma stuff. Because this is obviously connected somehow. I'm trying to think of all the pieces of evidence we haven't used yet. Something about this parking ticket, man. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. Murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he had held up a couple... Okay, so we did see this before. Goodman was a prosecutor, right? Oh no, Goodman wasn't a prosecutor. Goodman was a detective, wasn't he? But like, we've proven otherwise. Let me press everything again. So this knife was stolen. Yeah, but on the day of the murder. You say it was in fact a murder. Maybe don't show evidence, just press him on it. We did press him on it. Press him on it though. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Okay, let me try the knife. Because I did the note before. Because the knife and the tag have the same thing. How's that not a fucking contradiction? How's that not a contradiction? The knife on the tag says... We already did that though. I'm gonna press him on everything again, but I'm almost positive I pressed him on everything. We did this already. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, and another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it? We got all this dialogue already. Just arrested him. Okay. So we had this before. He said that it was through with a knife before. Maybe he'll tell us now where the victim was found. There it is. You seem very happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just handed over our tickets to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gan to testify about the details. Here we go. Okay, so let's load back then. Let's run it back. So, okay. Okay, so let's run that. We'll save it. Where was the victim found? Alright, now let's save. Okay, then press on the connection. Chief? I think we pressed on it just out of order, you're right. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Gee, you don't say. Well, out with it, Rido. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. Uh-oh. The deathly stare. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim to at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure. Why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not just tell us everything? Ah, Well, case information's sick as stuff. You have to do everything properly, I say. Oh well, I guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. Let's get the victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell us the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Keep a tight lid on ID numbers. Don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... I remember the ID number. What does that say? That's the same number. That's the same number. Ha ha ha. You fucking schmuck. Well, that's quite long. That's what she said. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8-2. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 58. Yes, this tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. The murder took place at the police department. I knew this was throwing me off. The autopsy, I've been saying it for fucking ever. They said the time of death was between 4 and 5:30 p.m. They said the time of death was between 4 and 5:30 p.m. I guess after he got stabbed, he went over to the prosecutor's office. But, yeah, or his body was brought there. But the point is, the time of death was between 4 and 5:30 p.m. I knew that fucking gap in death was way too long when they said it was at 5:15. What up, Moonlight? How you doing, buddy? You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that!
Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. Wait, what? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department and the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number right here. Oh-ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number... I thought I got it wrong for a second. Because they weren't, like, getting to the point. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. So, he didn't get murdered at the prosecutor's office. He got murdered at the police department. And somehow, his body wound up at the prosecutor's office.
Objection!
Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh ho ho ho! Sharp as a tack, righto! Sharp as a tack! But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different location. How's your week going, Moonlight? I haven't seen you in a couple days. Whoa. No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered, see? Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oh, he had that evil look in his eye just now. The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare! We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Going good, trying to adjust to my new schedule. What's your new schedule? That fucking weirdo. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. Request of the chief. Sir, I got your report, sir. You don't need him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Honest Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ugh! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Oh, he looks evil there. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on the list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Ryder over here. Good job, Ryder, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! 1 p.m. to 8. Gotcha. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. Better get results this time. Really. Yeah, my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued.
And Phoenix Wright.